Hey, so I'm in Tel Aviv. There was a direct hit right now. In the last few minutes, we had to run to the bomb shelters 3 times. Big booms, and yeah, there was a direct hit. I don't know if you can feel it, but it's very, very empty here in Tel Aviv right now. And there's a bit of a barrage going on. So I actually wanted to get on and do a Facebook Live. Just if anyone wants to ask me anything or talk to me, then I can do that. And that's something that I was planning. I wasn't planning on this happening. It's actually funny. I stopped and I put on tefillin. I'm not religious, but I put on tefillin at some guys had a little desk, a little table, and I actually put them on. And with the first raid, as soon as I put them on, you heard Iron Dome and you heard the sirens. It's interesting that it happened just then. But yeah, everyone's now checking their phones, checking to see if their families are okay. I was actually with my family, with my 2 kids, and we ran a few times into the shelters, and it was pretty nuts. It's very surreal. You know what I think is a miracle, a real miracle, and I'm trying not to get political here, but I've been seeing a lot of the hate that we're getting, and I've been seeing a lot of the, well, how come so many Palestinians are dying and so few Israelis are dying, and it's unfair, and all of that stuff. Look, any true innocent person, and I'm saying true because I think that a lot of Gazans hate Israel and don't want Israel here. And to me, if you're encouraging Hamas or you're with them, to me you're complicit. But to the truly innocent Palestinians, yeah, it's awful. But the difference is, and I think this is important, the difference is Israel spent billions of dollars, absolute billions of dollars, to develop Iron Dome. Iron Dome, it doesn't attack anyone. It's defending us. And think of how many people would have gotten killed if we didn't have Iron Dome right now. I mean, literally today already 3 times. Yesterday 6 times. So that's what Israel spent their money on, and of course defense, and of course if we need to attack. But then you think about Hamas, and when people say this to you, you need to say this to them. Hamas took billions of dollars, and instead of providing their people with defense and infrastructure, they squandered billions of dollars, and they created tunnels. These tunnels are all underground, and these tunnels are not to protect people. They're actually not letting civilians in these tunnels. These tunnels are for around 40 to 50,000 fighters, and they operate from those tunnels. I'm talking about tens of kilometers of tunnels. So you understand the absolute billions of dollars that they have spent, instead of protecting their people, just using them as pawns. Now, also, when you think about the numbers, of course more Palestinians are going to die. More Palestinians are going to die, just like when the Allies attacked Germany. You know, the numbers were not proportionate. A lot more Germans died than Allies. A lot more people in Afghanistan died after 9/11. Nothing to do with Iraq. When they went to Afghanistan to take out Taliban. Of course innocent people are going to die. But it's all about the intent. So when people tell you, and they do, how come you're killing so many Gazans? My audience, I think, knows that we don't want to kill anyone innocent. What exactly are we meant to do when all of the money for the people that they voted in and are still in power and who committed the atrocities that they committed not only on October 7th, but for the past, since before 2005 when we left Gaza, are we meant to do nothing? No, we're not meant to do nothing. And we won't do nothing. But when they tell you how come you're committing a genocide, say one simple thing, and it's true. Around 150,000 people after the establishment of the Creator of Israel, 150,000 people who are Palestinians, there are now 2 million. That's not a genocide. The only people who are committing genocide are the Hamas And they're determining the narrative because there are so many more people who buy into their propaganda. Why? I'm a branding guy. They have reach. They have an audience of approximately 2 billion Muslims, and we have 16 million Jews. 16 million Jews in the world. And that's why it's so important to speak up with facts and with statistics. There are going to be more Palestinian innocents dead because of what we have to do, what the IDF, who I fully support, has to do to protect its civilians. Me, my children, my parents, my family, everyone in this city, every city all over Israel. I went down to Sderot over a week ago. Around 35,000 people, 5,000 of them left. All evacuated. Not meant to do anything? No, if you have a grievance, take it up with the Hamas, who are attacking us still have our hostages, invaded our land, massacred our people, kidnapped our people, and the world is saying ceasefire. Fuck ceasefire. Not yet. You didn't hear America talking about a ceasefire after Pearl Harbor. You didn't hear about a ceasefire in those situations. So innocent people are going to die because this isn't a battle. This isn't a skirmish. This is actually a war. And people, especially young people, don't like to hear that people are going to die, and I don't like to hear it either. But facts are important, context is important, and you just have to say it, because we're few and they're many, and there are good people on the other side listening too. Not every Palestinian wants to kill us. Not every Muslim wants the end of Israel. I don't believe that that's true. But there are a lot of people who are indifferent, who don't understand, and who are buying into the tsunami of propaganda coming from not just Hamas, but from Iran. I can tell you that on my page of around 20,000 followers here on Facebook, I can tell you right now, on every post, every day, I spend hours blocking hate. Block. I don't respond to it. Block. They have probably thousands, tens of thousands of people or bots deployed to fight a propaganda war. So when you see someone on my page hating, don't respond. You're not going to win over the haters. There's no point to try and do it. You know, we have to speak to the middle. We have to speak to people who understand morality, people who might not be informed, absolutely, and people who are saying, fuck you Israel, death to Israel, you Zionist apartheid, you're committing a genocide. Don't engage with them. Just don't. It's a waste of your time. You have to engage with your friends, your real friends. You have to engage with your followers. You have to spread messages that spread the truth. If you believe that my messages spread the truth, don't be precious. I'm not precious. Share it. Don't even ask me. Share. I'm on the ground over here. Look. I'm on the ground. I'm in Tel Aviv. We know what's going on. We're running to the shelters all the time. That's not propaganda. Share this. Let people see what's happening. And yeah, we are attacking Gaza. We absolutely are attacking Gaza, and we should attack Gaza. But we're trying to do it in a way to try as best possible to not harm civilians. And that doesn't mean that civilians are not going to die. They are. And civilians are going to die here. And already, you saw how many civilians already died that were massacred. But intent is everything. Israel could flatten Gaza in a minute. Flatten, destroy. You know, I've been getting messages from people, which is like, you know, people know that I'm a big Lego fan. And they're sending something which is like a box of gray Lego, and it just says Gaza, and it's rubble. I think that's sad, you know, because I don't think it's funny. But the point that I'm trying to make to you right now is Israel could do that, and many countries would have. But we're not. Haters are gonna hate. They're gonna say, yeah, but you're killing thousands of people. How many thousands of people? You know, just like the hospital, 500 dead that Israel did, that within 3 minutes is the headline news, and then we found out that it was wrong. And even if thousands do die, which will be tragic if it's innocent people, don't forget also that a lot of the Palestinians who are being killed are not just regular Palestinians. That number is made up of a lot of Hamas operatives. They do not differentiate in their news reports between terrorists who are killed and actual innocent civilians. So you need to know this stuff. You need to educate yourself. You need to follow people who you trust. And you need to also be objective. I mean, I think my followers, you guys know that when we have committed atrocities, and we have, nothing on the scale of this. I mean, I think the last crazy, insane atrocity was Baruch Goldstein, pui on him for what he did. When he went into a mosque around 30 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and he killed around 30 people, massacred them. We have created or done some terrible things. Some of the settler actions, I think, are abhorrent. You know, when a Palestinian kills, a Palestinian terrorist kills, murders a Jew, and then you have people going into those cities, civilians, and attacking them, their homes, innocent people potentially. I speak up against that, and I suggest you do too. Or the kid, the 6-year-old in Detroit, around a week and a half ago, I think it was, or in Chicago or Detroit, his mother, he was stabbed 26 times. You speak up against it. But do not be silent. Do not be silent about what's going on here. Be brave, have courage. The world is against us in many, many ways we see in the Western media, but they're fucking trying to sell newspapers, okay? I get it. But here, we're not selling newspapers. Speak the truth, be brave, ask your friends to. Someone just wrote to me and he said, you know, what do I do? I said, be that pain in the ass. Be that pain in the ass and call your friend, and without guilt and without shaming, you can ask them. Me, I have no problem shaming. That's me. You know me. I'm vocal. I'm blunt. I wrote Shalom motherfucker, which I'm rewriting right now with the help of a friend. And I'll say it again. Fuck you if you don't stand with me. Fuck you as if I'm holding my baby in the bomb shelter. You're writing, yeah, Hamas, but you know what Israel did? Fuck you. But that's me. That's my personality. I'll say what I need to say. But you guys, you do what you feel comfortable with, but you make damn sure that you speak up, because it's not just for Israelis. Like, you are there for us. We are here for you. The Jewish people of the world. I'm there for you. I'm in this fight for you. And I know a lot of people who have been reaching out who are not Jewish, and they are reaching out, and they are there for you too. All hope is not lost. We are going to be okay. It's a shitty time, but you know what? Cat's out of the bag, and that's a good thing. So we're going to try and win the war. Let me show you something else while we're at it. I put this up in a post a couple of days ago, which I haven't edited, but I want you to see something. You know, in America, you're seeing all these posters ripped down of the kidnapped people just because Jewish people are trying to bring awareness to the plight of over 200 hostages. Women, babies, Holocaust survivors, elderly people that are still in the hands of the Hamas. And people are wondering why we're attacking them. People are ripping off those posters. And it's typically left, fringe left wing, young people who I don't hate, just think they're clueless and they're feeding into propaganda because we're doing a lousy job of explaining to them what's really going on. But let me show you one thing. I'm in Israel.
Why?
No one is going to take down these. No one is going to take down these posters. No one. There are posters all over the country. No one is taking them down. Fight with your voices. Be strong. We've got rockets over here and we're strong. And we're scared, but we'll be okay. So you make sure that you're okay too. You take care of your families. You speak up. We're all in this together. I'm sorry if anyone has been asking me questions. Kind of like went off a little bit. Maybe it's I wouldn't say the adrenaline, but it's not fun having missiles launched at you when you're with your family. And I feel for the innocent people on the other side. But in a war, I'm too focused on why this war started, who's really to blame, what we're fighting against, which isn't a Palestinian-Israel story, but an Islamic jihad Western culture story. And the stakes are very high for the world. So sorry if I went off on a tangent, but actually I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I'm going to keep going off on tangents. And I'll end with this. Bus stop, right here. Bring them home. That's what we're doing. We're going to try. Over 200 people, each one of them a brother, a sister, a nephew, an aunt, a grandfather, a mom, a dad, a child, a son, a daughter. Each one represents thousands of people who are suffering right now. We don't even know how bad this is yet. I'm Israel Chai.